Aloha, and welcome to this episode of the Hawaii Smooth Jazz Connection. I am your host, Gwen Harris. Today's show is part two, a continuation of a show that aired on December the 15th. My guest today is a phenomenal keyboardist, songwriter, and producer who was born right here in Honolulu, Hawaii. At the age of 8, he began his classical piano studies, and he continued this for 6.5 years. In 1981, he decided to move to Los Angeles to check out the music scene. And what a great move that turned out to be. He has worked with many of the big names in the music industry here in the US and the world. Some people he has worked with are Barbara Morrison, Al Jarreau, Yuoka, Frankie Beverly and Mays, Peter White, Michael Paulo, Kalapana, Don Ho, and the list goes on. For the past 31 years, he has been one of the principal members of the two-time Grammy-nominated Los Angeles-based group, Hiroshima. I am so happy to have him here today. Let's welcome Mr. James Kimo Cornwell to the show. Aloha, how are you?
Gwen, nice to see you again.
It is great to see you again as well. Now, I know you have been busy. This is part two of a show that we did back in December. And of course, I had to surprise you with your buddy and brother, Mr. Michael Paulo, right?
It was a nice surprise. Yeah.
Awesome. So tell us, I just want to recap just a little bit. All right. You started playing music at an early age. So how did you get that start in music?
Well, I have to give credit to my mom, who actually played a little piano. And I had my grandmother's upright piano there. And we were just, she heard me tinkering around and stuff, trying to learn some songs or whatever. And so she thought, well, maybe there's something there, So she sent me to some piano lessons at a place called Palama Settlement, right? Adjacent to Kalihi, where I was born. So I started there, and then I went on to downtown. There's this place that was called Metronome Music. All my friends would know where that was. And it was right downtown. And I took from my classical lessons from a great teacher by the name of Momi Jones. She's a Hawaiian, background and stuff. So anyway, that was my start. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, last time we talked a little bit about you being with Kalapana. And, we had some flashback with that, right? with you and Michael.
Yeah. A lot of stories we can't talk about.
With you and Michael. So we want to move fast forward because I know that you are with Hiroshima. And what has been happening with you guys? You guys are just stayed so busy. How did you get your start with Hiroshima?
Funny thing. Well, we moved up. My wife and I moved up to LA in 1981, August of 1981, and I started to get my feet wet around town. And a friend of mine from Hawaii, his name is Derek Nakamoto, was very good keyboard player, orchestrator, was in the band already. So he was starting to get pretty busy around town, doing some sessions and stuff. So he was getting ready to leave the band, and he told the band about me because he had to, be replaced. And so that led to me joining at that point. They had heard of me in town, so it wasn't like I had to audition, which was nice. I mean, I just started working with the band right from the get-go. And ever since, it's been like I started as a sideman. And in 1991, I became a principal member of the band.
Wow.
So in between that point, I was, playing. I was blessed to play with these other artists, like Al Jarreau and John Clemmer and Ronnie Laws and stuff. So,
So what are you guys doing now? What's the status of Hiroshima? Because I've heard where, you guys are trying to slow down a little bit as far as touring and stuff. What's going on with that?
Right. Well, okay. So COVID, about year and a half, almost 2 years, we weren't touring,
Yeah.
And so we have just started this past year in toward the middle of last year, taking work, taking gigs, and then we decided that this would be our last year of touring,
Hmm.
as a band. So we're calling it the Domo Tour, a thank you tour to all of our fans, out there. And so I think the tour is going to end around November of this year. And in November, we were asked to, well, we were asked to join. Well, no, let me see how I can phrase this. We're gonna be inducted into the
Oh,
Asian Hall of Fame in November. So that's pretty much the second to the last gig. Our last gig is in Arizona, but
okay.
yeah. So that's going to be a special moment, an event, for us.
Oh, that's going to be a very special moment.
Hmm.
Very special. Your fans and everything. We're going to hate to see you guys stop touring, but
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not going to stop you. That's not going to stop you. I know
Well,
because go ahead.
no, no, yeah. I mean, music is my life, really, and I'm going to be in some way playing music around here. Like we were talking earlier, I have a new project with a friend of mine.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, it's called the Yuki Project. It's YU/KI. And a couple years ago, I started playing with this Japanese jazz guitar player, and his name is Yu Ooka.
Okay.
Come to find out, he also plays a ancient Japanese instrument called shamisen. So, we've been playing here and there, and then we were talking on the side, like, maybe we should do a project centered around this instrument, and so it's basically that. The project is about that, and combining the sound of that instrument with the music from Asian East and West music combined. So it's kind of like Hiroshima, but not. It's a little different, but it's along those lines, I guess you might say. So we're
So
excited
if
about it.
people want to hear this, where can they go to find
Uh,
out?
well, okay, right now we have 3 songs that we have mixed, and we have a GoFundMe page. I think I sent you the link, but I'll be putting the link on my Facebook page too. Also,
Okay.
people want to find out Kimo Cornwell, and yeah, so I'll have the uh, the link on there, and they can go to that, and they can hear the music. And then we're asking for support and donations so that we can try to hopefully put a whole CD together.
Okay.
And if not a whole CD, maybe an EP of 6 songs or so. But it's sort of our little creative project together. So we're excited about it.
So you're just jumping out of one thing and jumping and jumping into something else.
Yeah, I guess you might say that. Although I've been playing with other different projects around town also. Um, so but this is a special project for me.
I can tell. I can tell. I can tell you're really
Yeah.
you're really into that. Now, you are also before I have a few other questions to ask you, but for those of you here in Hawaii, Mr. Kimo, they will be in Kauai. Do you want to tell us about that? Because that's a big concert that's going to come up in Kauai on May the 7th, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to going to Kauai, just going to Kauai, I mean, it's such a beautiful place. I have some relatives there. And, so yeah, Mike called me and then he asked me, you want to do this gig in Kauai? And he knows, he's very good friends with I would say general manager, I guess, of the hotel, Jim
Mm-hmm.
Perdone. And we've worked with Jim too, also Hiroshima, because Jim's moved around. He was up here in Palm Springs and different places in Hawaii also. He brought
Uh-huh.
us over the last time we played at the Royal Hawaiian.
Okay.
Yeah, in Waikiki, right? So I think that was the last time we were there in Hawaii and performed. So anyway, yeah, so Mike is partnering with him on Kauai to do this concert. And he also is going to have Hawaii legend Brother Nolan.
Brother Nolan.
Yes, he's going to be part of it. And then also another amazing keyboardist, uh, vocalist, Michael Ruff. Michael Ruff.
Yes.
Michael Ruff. I mean, he's amazing. So he lives on Kauai, but he's written songs for Bonnie Raitt and a lot of other artists. So looking forward to seeing him and playing with him. So yeah, it's going to be a great time over there. Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fly right on over there, and
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
be right there. Because
Just a
I'm a
little
big
short hop
supporter.
for you. Yeah.
Huh?
Short hop for you.
Yes, it is. But you have to follow where the music is, right? You got to go where the music is. Now,
Exactly.
I did a little poll, or not a poll, but I asked a few people some questions that they had for you.
Okay.
Okay. And
Mhm.
of course, they're in the music industry, right?
Huh?
So one of the questions is, what type of digital audio workstation do you use?
My DAW is I use a digital performer,
Uh-huh.
and that's my main workstation. Um, yeah, I have to upgrade it actually. I'm on DP9. I think they're at DP11 right now, but yeah, I love it. It works great for me. When I work with other people, there's ways to get around, working with what they have. But yeah, that's what I use.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Another question I have is, what was one of your funniest moments during a performance or recording session?
Oh wow. Well, I don't know. I got to think about that one. Oh yeah, funniest moment.
I'm pretty sure you've had a few,
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
but you can't talk about it
well,
on air.
there's been a lot with Hiroshima. I mean, we've been all over the place. Um, Funniest moment. Uh, wow. Well, off the top of my head, okay. I don't know if this was funny, but we're playing up north in Los Gatos.
Hmm.
It used to be called Parmesan Winery, and now I think it's called Mountain Winery. And it's a great place. I mean, a lot of people played there. It's outdoors. It's down in a little, I don't know what you call it, a little, not a valley, but they're on the top. The place where the musicians is on top. And then you go down to play in this little gulch, like, I mean, but
Hmm.
really nice seating and everything. And they have their own great sound system and everything. So we played there a lot before. So one night, it was someone's birthday. I forget who it was, but I think it was a percussionist at the time. And so we're staying in like the mansion they have up there, and we had a big cake fight. Big
Okay.
cake fight. And so we weren't really good guys. I mean, we got the nickname Bad Boys of Jazz at that time. And so after that, they closed the place down, and they moved us over to another housing to before to hang out before the concert and stuff. So anyway, that's just one of my memories. I mean,
A cake fight. So I can imagine that. I can imagine that. All you
that was,
guys with cake all over the place.
oh yeah, we were much younger and much more, mischievous and stuff. So,
Uh-huh.
but yeah.
Well, I can't do a smooth jazz show
Mhm.
without having my guest or my artist to play a little bit of something. Would you be able to do that for us today?
Okay, well, yeah, sure. I mean,
Just a
like,
little bit of something.
yeah, I'll play this song that I wrote for my mom. We'll play
Okay.
a little bit of it, and it'll fade out, I think. Um, but it's called Chiwara Hakule, and
I love that.
my
It's
mom,
on your CD.
yeah, right, it's on my CD. And so my mom, she had a very vibrant personality. So, when I thought about writing something for my mom, I couldn't think of like, a ballad wouldn't fit her, so it had to have some little R&B kind of vibe to it and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So this is what I came up with. And so, yeah, I'm playing along with my,
Okay.
my digital performer folks. Oh, it's coming out of the speaker, so I apologize for the sound. We're not directly, attached to the stream.
It's okay. It's okay. We're getting to watch you do it.
Yeah, okay. So here we go.
Okay.
That's a little bit of it.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me give you applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love your group, Hiroshima, but I love watching you play. And I think the last time I have a few more questions, and you know this is short, right? So I might have to do a part 3 with you, right? I just love you so much, right?
Oh,
But
so kind.
the last time I had Michael,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, sure.
But this time I have somebody here
Oh,
that
no.
just adores you, admires you, and has followed you for the longest time.
Wow.
And I
Hey,
have had the pleasure to work with him for like the past year. So this is
look at
Mr.
this guy.
You know who it is?
Jesse.
Hey,
He's
look.
got the 2020 CD.
Yes.
Oh, you too much,
How's
man.
it, man? How's it going, man? How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing wonderful. Listen, man, that first of all, I know we like short on time, but man, Gwen, let me just tell you, I have been following this man right here for like a long time. And when we finally got a chance to meet each other it was in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, with Adam
Right.
Holly, right?
Yeah.
And
didn't get-
Kimo was like, yeah, man, hey, I'm Kimo. I'm like, oh, I know who you are. It's like, but I mean, just to meet you, man, and let me tell you, it's something about you that I just really appreciate your integrity, and you're just so genuine, and you have a very sweet heart, man. So just thank you for all you do, and thank you for being who you are, man. I mean, it really means a lot to not only me, but to a lot of other musicians and artists. So, to be able to be here with you right now and to call you my friend, man, this is a complete total honor. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. I mean, I appreciate you too, man. And
Thanks, man.
I see that B3 in the back, man. I wish I had one of those.
Hey, look, you got to come over and play it sometime.
I know. Well, yeah, we got to get hang, man, sometime, right? But hey, I appreciate you, man. I mean, you're such a great keyboardist too, also, man. And,
thank you. Thank you so much.
So for those that don't know, I have to let guests know who Jesse is. Jesse, JT Jazz Thompson, of course, is keyboardist, producer, writer, phenomenal player as well, who is, he's been on the music scene for a while, but he is coming out as a solo artist.
Yes.
So there's a question, because we're short on time. And there is a question, Kimo, that I usually ask all the performers or artists that come on my show. The question usually is, what advice do you give new artists? This time I'm going to make a twist to it, okay? From a legend to a solo artist coming out. What advice would you give to Jesse, JT Jazz Thompson, as he is coming out into the music industry?
Wow. Yeah.
What kind of question is that?
Hey,
I mean, Jesse goes off. Jesse, he don't need know any.
Hey.
No, he's been doing it. He's been
doing it.
All I can say is just keep.
But you're a legend.
Yeah, I mean, well,
right, you're a legend. Yeah.
Jesse, just keep what you're doing, man. I mean, music is always changing, right? I mean, you always can learn something from it. I mean, that goes for everybody, man. I mean, Herbie, Chick and those guys. I mean, always the passion and the interest in learning and learning something new to add to your music or whatever. It never stops. That's the beauty of music, right? I mean, it's creative. It's, always can learn something. So, I mean, all I can say is just keep what you're doing, man. I mean, and you got the social media thing going, and that's a big thing now. I mean, back in the day, we had the record companies, doing a lot of that work. But now it's a whole new change in the way things are done, So, but yeah, man, just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Oh, man, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
We got to hook up, man, at some point,
Let's do it.
Actually, let me ask you, what part of the country? You're in Ohio or Cleveland?
Yeah, I'm in Ohio. It's cold here right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a heat wave going on in LA. But I think we're coming, let me see, where is Ludlow Garage?
That's in, I think that's in Kentucky.
Ludlow? No, I think it's Cincinnati.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Cincinnati, which is right across the bridge. Yeah, yep.
Right. So, that's the closest we're going to get, I think, to you for this one. But anyway.
I definitely will plan to be there. I'll look on your tour calendar and see when that's going to be.
Great. I mean, I think it's in May, maybe. So
is it? Okay. Okay, it's coming up. Okay.
But anyway,
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great to see you, man.
Good to see you too, my brother. Good to see you too. Thank you, Gwen. Mahalo for bringing me on.
Of course. Do you have anything else you got to say to him? You have anything else, JT? Yeah.
Look, we don't have enough time because I'll be on here another hour. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real.
Hey, man.
No, I mean, just again, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. And you keep doing what you're doing because it's inspiring to not only me, but like I said, many others. And man, I just appreciate you. So thanks so much.
Well, that means a lot, man. It means a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I love the bromance going. I got you again, didn't I, Kimo? I got you again.
You did. You always I got to watch out for you, Gwen.
Full of surprises.
I know.
I am full of surprises.
And Jesse's working with you all the time, man. It's like,
yeah. Man.
Yeah, when I asked him to do it, he said, not a problem.
That's right.
And it's like almost midnight where he's at. So
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I'm up anyway. It's all good.
Sweet, man. Sweet.
But Kimo, I thank you so much again for being here with me.
My pleasure.
I have to do a part 3. I don't know when we're going to do it. but because I love interviewing you and I love hearing your story. So next time when you come back, we have to talk about the new project more.
Yeah.
About what you're
hopefully
doing.
I'll have more for you. I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
I did send you one little music file. So
yes.
Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Well, again, I thank you so much for being here. JT, I thank you for being here as well.
Thank you.
To my audience, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, aloha and God bless.
Mahalo. All right, JT.
All right, bro. See you, Kimo.
Hey, take care, brother.
Thank you so much for watching ThinkTech Hawaii. If you like what we do, please like us and click the subscribe button on YouTube and the follow button on Vimeo. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and donate to us at thinktechhawaii.com. Mahalo.